when you're tuning in, whatever is live from LinkedIn or Facebook or as a replay, I appreciate you and I value your time, value your comments. I'm Camilla. I'm right now broadcasting from Chateau Thierry in France, and the monument you are seeing in the background is a monument um, illustrating or celebrating the cooperation and friendship between France and America in memory of how they worked together during the World War. And I find this as a really amazing place and the right place to be right now, talking about the top 5 trends that I think you should follow if you want to grow and you're motivated to grow your leadership mindset and your impact in 2022. I'm going to share 5 things, and they are based from what I have experienced over the last couple of days and what I researched as well, but really emphasize what I have experienced traveling through Germany, being now in France. It's also inspiration from what I'm reading right now, what I studied on, and what I learned so far, what I experienced, and the conversation I've had. All right. So first, the 2 things I want to share with you. First, it's about technology. I mentioned it a bit. Mentioned it a few days ago. Where technology is going to change the way we lead. It's going to change the jobs that gonna be available to us. And it's not so much in the forefront in Denmark, but what I see in Germany and France is that jobs that were typically held or managed by people are now taking over by robots, taking over by do it yourself over the counter. And I must say that I'm not used to do it yourself over the counter. Like that's the only way you can pay. But then, so I struggle a bit on this one. How do you do that? I'm not a super expert in French. So this person came up to me and just wanted to check that everything was right. So that indicated to me that that is something that needs to be done differently, right? If you want to stay in business, and obviously this industry, wants to stay ahead of competition. And certainly for me, it is. Another thing I have observed, and I want to share with you is we're staying in some hotels where also business people are. We're on holiday, we're on vacation, we're doing our vacation. I'm doing a mix, but those we connect with are on business travel. And being into relationship, being into communication, I cannot but observe how these people speak. And it's very clear to me that they speak from a fixed mindset. And what do you mean by that, Camilla? The fixed mindset is like when you're really honing in that this is not true. I heard so many, I don't know the levels, but I know the industries, and they are decision making people. So they are at a certain level. And when I hear them talk, they say, but that is not true. That is not true. And they were having these disruptive conversations. And I was just saying, yes, I and so many other people have something to have this in. If you want to grow, you want to leave your fixed mindset and be curious. Be curious. What do you mean by that? That is one of the trends in 2022 you want to follow. If you want to make more impact, is to play up your curiosity. So that's really one of the trends. And I just want to say again, for those who are joining me live, welcome to this live broadcast this evening from France, Chateau Thierry. The monument behind me is celebrating collaboration and friendship between France and America. And we're talking about the 5 trends to follow if you want to grow your leadership mindset. So that was one trend. The other trend is you want because of the technology introducing or being introduced in the different businesses, you want to learn how to how to best leverage that, which means what is the destination. And then you want to grow your employees skill set, because technology is entering the world, and so is it's changing how we operate, which means you got to tell, you got to form, shape a new direction. You want a destination, and you want to believe in that destination yourself. That is the first thing. Otherwise, you will really screw up the remaining success, or the upcoming success. Right? If you don't believe in the direction, or if you don't understand it, then that is a point as the step to start. Then you want to uh, you want to embrace your employees on this journey. You want to teach them on this journey, and you want to adapt the culture to the ever changing strategy, the ever changing direction. Maybe it's not direction all, but how you're going to do that. You're going to celebrate every journey, every step on the journey. Also, you want to you want the culture to embrace accountability. And what do I mean by that? Because it's an ever disruptive not environment, business environment we're in. You want also your employees to grow. You need them to grow, right? You need them to take on new accountabilities. That what I experienced today. It's like, all right, suddenly you are not just a over a counter person or employee. You are actually servicing your customers in a very different way. How do you engage people on that? And then you want to continue staying true to grow your resources, your staff, the career pathing. I have been in so many companies over the last 20 years, and I'll tell, I haven't really experienced many companies who truly tap into their employees, who truly have frameworks to say, okay, you are 18 months in the wind, and this is the window for 18 months that you're in. And this is a window of 4 years that you're in to excel and learn, and then you grow. This is a really stepping up opportunity for companies who want to do that, and for yourself. How long have you been in business so far? And last but not least, is about the mindset as a start. It's like now it's fixed on what you know to be true, because there's not so many things to be true. Yes, that is a God, that is a Muhammad, that's a religion, so that are religions. But otherwise, as an upcoming leader, and you want to create more impact, you want financial security, and that is financial wealth. You want to level up your skill of being curious. What do you mean by that, Camilla, when you say that? There is so much room here for improvement. There's so much room here for you to tap in and grow and get ahead of the business. And I'm really ahead of competition. And I really am a true believer that if you embrace all these five components, these five trends, you are getting ahead of the competition. So let me just repeat that. You want to know the destination, you want to embrace it, you want to live it. You want to help your employees understand the direction, right? And the destination. You want you want to set up your employees for for the career that serves them best, and that serves you best. Well, what's you, but it serves them best, and how to continuously grow, and so that you create this trusted environment where they excel above expectations. You want to build a culture, a company culture that embrace adaptability. Remember, the new technology is coming on, and that train is running really fast. And with that, also the accountability was also how you grow. And last but not least, you want to hone in on your leadership mindset. Leave your fixed mindset if you want to, I believe, if you want to stay ahead of the competition, if you want to make an impact, you then want to level up your curiosity. And there's big room here. So, with this, I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, hone in. Let me see if there's any questions on this. All right, there was one person here about talk about a bit more about the fixed mindset. All right, that is a really good question. The fixed mindset versus the open mindset. The fixed mindset is if you are curious, the fixed mindset is that you don't ask questions. You just know how to do it. And yeah, that is really how to do it. That is a fixed mindset. You know what is true, what is not true. And I would say, like I talked about overachieving, you don't really care about your employees. You trust so much yourself and you're not curious about the people on your team. The open mindset, on the other hand, if you applied an open mindset, you are open. You're open for new ideas. You're open for alternative viewpoints, and you would ask in any conversation, but tell me more, I'm curious, what do you mean by that? And that's big room here for leaders to play up their mindset when we talk about fixed versus open mindset. I've been there myself. It's not a big journey, but what know to be true is that you need a trainer, and you need to rehearse. You need to, like, with love, get something played back to you, and so you can train and train and train, and so you will very quickly know and spot that you actually grown your mindset and your mind, the personality, for being a fixed minded person to an open minded person. And then you will see the world is shifting, the world is changing, and the impact you are creating is just phenomenal. You haven't experienced the impact that you can create if you are not embracing the open mindset. This is just another opportunity here for you to grow. Thank you so much for that question. So, with this, I'm gonna finish my broadcast here from de Chateau de Thierry. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. My love and appreciation flows to you, and I'm grateful for you. I value your time to tune in. Thank you so much. Enjoy.